Hello and welcome to another video. I am back today with an eBay haul this time. I recently got like a bundle of 13 paperback books for just under £20, which is a great deal. I'm really surprised that no one else bid on it. Very surprised. But no one did, so I got it for the first bid price. And I'm going to show you what I've got. But firstly, I've got 3 other books that I want to show you. This first one I got from Amazon, and this is 80 Years of Arkham House by S.T. Joshi. This is a history of the Arkham House publisher, originally set up to publish H.P. Lovecraft stories in hardback back in the 30s, and then later expanded to a lot of other authors. And yeah, it is basically, there are a few articles plus a list of every publication that they ever put out, which yeah, really cool. Looking forward to getting into that. And there are 2 books I got from charity shops yesterday, both by the same author. We have All Things Dark and Dangerous by A.S. Chambers. Never heard of this author. Don't really like the cover, but this is a collection of short stories by this A.S. Chambers person, and these are actually signed as well. Signed by the author to a mysterious Lady Darkside. And I have another one as well, which actually has a decent cover this time. It's some kind of werewolf holding an amulet or something like that. Morning Has Broken. And this one again is signed by the author and what I am assuming is the cover artist as well. So yeah, real nice finds. £3.49 each for those. So let's get into the eBay haul. Like I said, there are 13 books here, just under £20 that I paid. Let's get into it. So first off, we have Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice, which is a book I have read, and I like quite a lot. Now, back in the day, I was kind of in the habit, because I was kind of like running out of room. Once I'd read a book, I'd get rid of it. I don't do that anymore, and kind of like I regret doing that with quite a few books that I'd read. And yeah, basically I've created more room now. I've got rid of a lot of older stuff, and now I have like a lot more room. So that is back in my collection with a nicer cover than the last one I had as well. So happy to have that back. Good book. Next we have, with an awesome cover, What About the Baby by Claire McNally. I have read a book by Claire McNally, Somebody Come and Play, which I didn't think was great, but I've got a few other books by her, and people say that kind of like Somebody Come and Play is one of like the weaker ones, but awesome cover on that. I like that a lot. Next up we have The Force by J. Edward Ames. Nothing can defy the mind-shattering horror of the Force. Not heard of this author, but definitely sounds interesting. Next up we have an author I have heard of, The Ceremonies, T.E.D. Klein. Now, I don't actually have any novels by T.E.D. Klein, but I've got a lot of short stories in a lot of different anthologies. So it's nice to actually have some of his longer work. Do you want to focus on that? No. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It is nice cover art. I'm kind of sad that it's only like in that one little corner there. That'd be cool if that was like the whole thing, but it's not. But still pretty nice. Next up, another really good cover, The Offspring by J.N. Williamson. Nice picture of a mummy there who has apparently been eating radium or something for his dinner because his stomach is glowing. And there you have that one. We have Jonathan Carroll, A Child Across the Sky. This seems to be kind of like a sci-fi fantasy horror hybrid. But definitely seems interesting from what I've read on the back. Something has been left on videotapes of a guy who has died. And then we have Household by Florence Stevenson, rather. Really nice kind of like embossed cover there. I've read one book by Florence Stevenson. I believe it was called The Sisterhood. It was about witches, which is fairly decent. Not amazing, but decent. Next we have Necromancer 9. So this appears to be kind of like part of a fantasy series. This is probably the only book of the lot that I probably won't keep, because this doesn't really appeal to me, and this is kind of like part of a really long series. So yeah, I probably won't keep that one. Next we have Commando. The Dead Past, the Half-Life That Killed. So it seems to be about Nazis coming to life again, which is kind of like happening in the real world. So, but yes, cool cover on that. Next up we have Andrew Needleman, Surrogate Child. Now I've been looking for quite a while for one of Andrew Needleman's other novels, Pin, which I've not found yet, but it's nice to get this one. And there is a bit more of a story with Andrew Needleman. The author Virginia Andrews, who's actually quoted on the top of that book, when she passed away, Andrew Needleman actually took over as a ghostwriter and has written like dozens of books under her name. They usually say like the new VC Andrews on the books. It's kind of odd that they would kind of like keep publishing books under her name when everyone knows that it's not her anyway, but that is what has happened. And Andrew Needleman is the guy who has written those new Virginia Andrews books. Next up we have The Pet by Charles L. Grant. Charles L. Grant, like, really prolific author. I have a lot of Charles L. Grant stuff. He did a few X-Files books as well, which I have. Next up we have one from the British Library Tales of the Weird series. Is that what it's called? British Library Tales of the Weird, it is, yes. I should know that because I actually have like quite a lot of books from this series, but I didn't have this one. So that is nice to have, a nice addition to my collection. I have them all stored on like the same shelf, and they look fantastic next to each other. So that's going to go onto that shelf. And the very last one is one I do have, Clive Barker's Books of Blood, volumes 1 to 3. So this is an omnibus, obviously, of the first 3 Books of Blood. I did actually have all 6 Books of Blood in the original paperbacks, and at some point I got a hardcover copy of Books of Blood 1 to 3. And I got rid of the paperbacks, which I regret, because the hardback copy that I have, it's got really boring artwork. It's just red with kind of like a gargoyle face on the front, and not really that great. Whereas the original paperbacks all have like Clive Barker art on, like as does that. So I will probably get rid of the hardback copy. I usually upgrade to hardback, but I think this is kind of like one of the rare instances where I will kind of like downgrade to paperback, and have an edition with that really, really cool art on it. Yeah. So that is everything. And this guy, I've just noticed, has got some sellotape over his nipple. Hopefully I can get that off without ripping it. Yes, I can. Cool. So yeah, that was everything that I got in that bundle. To say that I got that for less than £20 is, you know, that is an absolute steal. Like the as someone else has mentioned to me, there's kind of like at least £100 worth of books there. Stuff like the Andrew Needham book and the T.E.D. Klein one, you know, go for kind of like decent amounts, as well as some of the others. So yeah, really, really nice to get that. And again, very surprised I was the only one bidding on it. But sometimes you get lucky, you know. So it's always worth keeping an eye out for stuff like that. But that was everything for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please click like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.